Hello, I'm Amy Harbison. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. On today's show, we'll find out about a program that supports and connects leaders in the county and a music program for seniors. But first, Worksource Montgomery is dedicated to helping people of all ages find employment. Here to tell us about the program is Worksource CEO Ellie Giles. Good morning, Ellie.
Good
How
morning,
are you
Amy.
today?
I'm fine.
Thanks for coming to Seniors Today.
Thank you.
So first of all, what is Worksource Montgomery? It's a relatively new organization in the county.
Yeah, Worksource Montgomery is the talent development entity in Montgomery County. Our job is to connect the opportunities, employment opportunities, with the right candidates in Montgomery County across all industries, across all demographics. And we really are focused in on the uniqueness of Montgomery County, and that means that we have that wide, wonderful diversity in our population, but also in our companies. We have such a wide range of industries here in Montgomery County.
Yeah. What do you see as the major industries right now in the county?
Well, number one is biohealth and bioscience, which has a wide range of opportunities, not just your bench scientists, but everything from the lab techs all the way up. Healthcare is very big. We have 5 healthcare systems in Montgomery County. And then we move into IT, tech, cyber, very big industries here. High construction need here, hospitality with 2 major headquarters here in Montgomery County.
Wow.
So lots of opportunities here.
Wow, and so what are you doing? I know obviously there's the millennials looking for work, but we now have a growing population, 55 plus. What are you doing and how are you connecting those people to jobs right now?
So 55 plus is our biggest growing demographic in Montgomery County. Very important that we focus in and make sure that we have the right opportunities for the 55 plus. The difference between the 55 plusers and our millennials is one is career seeker, the other is a job seeker. They've done their career, they have their talent, they have their skills, and we want to optimize those skills and bring their talents, bridge it to what is up there, so through some technical training possibilities, try to find age-friendly type jobs which doesn't have a physical demand, may or may not have the technical demand, but able to really optimize the skills, the talent, the experiences that our seniors bring to the workplace. Very valuable.
And seniors are often retooling at that stage. Some of them don't want to do what they've been doing before. So do you offer kinds of retraining to help them build new skills?
Absolutely. I'm a second employment, second chapter person. So I worked as a administrator in the school system for 32 years, completely retooled. So
wow.
I am very sensitive to individuals who want to retool. And when you say the word retool, it doesn't mean to negate your previous experience. It means to build on your previous experiences.
Right.
So retooling really is just enhancements.
And what do you notice about employers in the county? We have, as you said, great diversity. Are they accepting and willing to hire people 55 plus, or how are you encouraging that?
Well, first of all, I have to really do my hats off to the Commission on Aging, because the Commission on Aging has done a phenomenal job really taking a look at best practices here in Montgomery County. And the age-friendly employment group has been very active and really highlighting some of the things, not just where for the seniors for an age-friendly workplace, but really there's a lot of laws that go to 40 plus. And having companies understand that this isn't just a senior situation, this is the majority of their employment, that there are regs and policies that need to be followed. So bringing that to the forefront and having workshops and trainings, I really believe that majority of our companies are very much age-friendly.
That's great to hear. I know you got a grant in 2016 that was sizable, significant. You were one of the only ones getting that grant in the country. What has it allowed you to do?
One of the gaps in services was when Worksource Montgomery was developed. One of the focuses was to make sure that we are serving all of Montgomery County. And one area that we really wanted to look at is the multi-generational approach to eradicate poverty. So the Kellogg Foundation and Educate Innovate, 2 organizations, formed together to provide a grant for multi-generation. They offered it to workforce development only, to only 3 entities in the United States, and we were very fortunate to be awarded that grant. We are focusing in on teen parents and helping them get job skills, helping their children become kindergarten ready. But also, the child care provider in most of those cases are the new grandparents. Right. So we are also reaching out to the grandparents to help them retool and do their job skills. So it's multi-generational, serving to build skills, understand the world of work in order to have a family sustainable wage and lifestyle.
That's great. So if seniors are interested in training or learning more, how do they reach out to you?
So worksourcemontgomery.com, and we're on our website, and my email is right there on that website, and we'd be more than happy to talk to anyone who would be interested in learning all of our services, because we have senior focused services that we really would love to have anyone come on out. We partner with the JCA, and we run all kinds of workshops that are just specifically for our seniors.
That's great. What kinds of specific, do you do resume and other kinds of, what are the specific kinds of offerings?
So typically we find out what is the experiences and where the interests are. We do resume. If there is some assessments that are needed, we will do that. We try to find a better funding source to help offset any kind of training. So we have a multiple amount of grants that we can take a look at to see who might qualify for what, and we are very creative with that. We will sit down, we'll work with resumes. Online applications tend to be a challenge for our seniors. It's a new way for applying for a job, and there isn't consistency between an online application. So we really sit with them and help them fill out that application and better understand what people are looking for, because typically an online application is using some kind of software that's screening for looking for keywords. Yes. We want to make sure that we've helped our seniors use the keywords that they're looking for. And we will do interview prep. We'll make those connections for the right opportunities for them.
That's really great, because those keywords can really trip you up now in a search. That's really wonderful.
It's very important to know that this is a free service to Montgomery County. We do not charge any amount of money for our businesses that are looking, or for our individuals that are looking. That this is a free service. It's something that's great about Montgomery County.
Wow. What's most important coming up for you?
What's most important coming up for us? So we are looking to enhance our job centers. We have 2 job centers, one in Wheaton and one in Germantown. And in our Wheaton Job Center, we have multiple partners. We have areas, so if you need food security, housing security, English as a second language support, skills, literacy skills, you can access all of that through our job center in Wheaton. And we're really looking to enhance that more, bring it into opportunities for interview rooms and bringing more services to them. We also just started a program called HIRE, standing for Helping Individuals Reach Employment, and we have partnered with Montgomery County Libraries, and we are in different libraries so that you can go to your community library and get services and not have to come to the job centers.
Wow.
And we're real excited about expanding that program.
Well, it looks like so much has happened in a short time for you. We can't wait to see what's ahead.
It's a great field.
Thank you so much for coming in, Ellie. We look forward to having you again.
Thank you.
When we return, we will find out about Leadership Montgomery. We'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
County residents are required by law to clear sidewalks in front of and alongside their properties within 24 hours of the end of a snowstorm. Working together, Montgomery County can stay safe and warm this winter. Good neighbors clear their sidewalks of ice and snow. For more information, call 311 or go to montgomerycountymd.gov/safe sidewalks.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Leadership Montgomery has a program designed for recent or soon-to-be retirees seeking to deepen their civic engagement and knowledge about the county and to expand their network. Joining me today is Ellie Levingston, Vice President of Leadership Programs for Leadership Montgomery. Welcome, Ellie.
Thanks, Amy. I'm glad to be here.
Well, first of all, will you give us the overview of what Leadership Montgomery is doing for leaders?
Sure. Leadership Montgomery is a 30-year-old community leadership nonprofit organization. So we're actually celebrating our 30th anniversary this year, which is really exciting. Our mission is to connect and educate and inspire local leaders from a diverse range of backgrounds, so folks from the nonprofit sector, the private sector, and the government sector, to strengthen Montgomery County.
That's great. And you have 3 core programs, or?
Correct. We have our flagship program is called our Core program, and that is for senior level executives. We also have an emerging leaders program, and that is for individuals 25 to 35 years old, and we also have a seniors program for adults 55 and older.
Well, obviously we're very interested in all programs, but the senior program is what we'd love to focus on today. Can you tell a little bit more about what that program is?
Absolutely. So the seniors program started about 15 years ago, and the intention is to connect older adults with opportunities for service, to learn more about what's going on in their community, to take a deep dive into some of the local issues, at the same time connecting with local leaders and decision makers and making new friendships and relationships along the way.
That's great. So what are they learning about the county? What do they walk away knowing?
Sure. So this program is structured with 1 monthly session. So running from September to April, they get together one Wednesday a month from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And each session day is at a different location in Montgomery County. So you'll have a chance to explore all sorts of unique businesses and county buildings and art venues. And each day has a different theme. So 1 month might be about public safety in the county, 1 month is about the education system, economic development, real estate, the arts, social safety net, all sorts of issues. And we bring in local subject matter experts to share their knowledge on what's going on that issue. And we hope to represent diverse opinions. So we always like to show different perspectives by bringing in people sort of on the different ends of the spectrum on different issues.
So on an average day, for example, it sounds like people are doing some seated learning, but maybe also something more active and interactive. I know one of the programs that people seem to love is your fire and rescue day. Can you talk a little bit about what that one was like?
Absolutely. So you're right. We like to mix it up. So it is a combination. It's a very interactive program. So it's a combination of learnings, of presentations, but also small group discussions, panel discussions. We always like to include a walking tour or some sort of experiential component to our session days. So one of our favorites every year is our Public Safety Day. We start out by actually visiting the county jail in Clarksburg. We hear from the warden. We actually tour the facility. We have a chance to actually connect with actual inmates and learn about their experiences. And then we move over to the county's public safety training facility, where we'll actually have a dialogue with the chief of police and the chief of the fire department, so you can actually ask them your questions in a really sort of small, intimate setting and get some really real answers, which is a unique opportunity. And then the best part is you get to actually don the fire gear. You put the hat on, you put the coat on, the safety equipment on, and you actually will put out a fire and do CPR training and all sorts of great, exciting hands-on opportunities.
That's great. Are you finding that your seniors are a mix of both ages, and also are some of them working, or are they all retired? What's it look like to
Good
be
question.
a class?
So we've had folks certainly, as you know, right on the line, right at 55, but we've also had folks in their 90s. And yeah, I know, it's amazing. So we've had, I would say it's a nice mix between folks that are retired, semi-retired, sort of consulting, and several that are still working in the workforce. So it's a nice mix.
What would you say is the favorite takeaway that you hear about this senior group?
I hear all the time about this program, but all of our programs, that you never know what you didn't know. And so Leadership Montgomery really opens people's eyes to what's going on in their own backyard, whether it's as it relates to local politics, environmental issues, traffic issues, the structure of the government, demographics, budget. You know, people just aren't even aware what's going on in their own communities. And so it's really rewarding to hear people say, I learned so much about a community I've lived in my whole life, and I had no idea this was going on.
And I would imagine it helps them be better ambassadors for Montgomery County, too.
Absolutely.
Tell me about what you do beyond the classwork, because I know there's events and other things.
Definitely. So completing your Leadership Montgomery program year is just the beginning of the relationship with the organization. We have a really robust alumni network. We have over 2,500 graduates of our programs. We have about 30 to 40 events every year. So so everything ranging from a monthly member lunch to CEO lunches where you have a chance to have a more intimate conversation with a local CEO. We have town hall forums. We've had them with the police chief. We just had one with the new county executive. We have a delegation reception where you have a chance to connect and network with your local Maryland state delegates. We've had purely networking events, happy hours, so a whole range of opportunities for people to stay involved, whether it's educational, professional, social, et cetera.
I know that you have a new application season starting. So how do people learn more about signing up or getting started with Leadership Montgomery?
Sure. Well, the timing is perfect. So our applications actually just went live last week on LM's website.
Great.
So if you're interested in joining the seniors program or any of our other programs, you would apply directly online. You just fill it out. It's not too cumbersome of an application. You have until April 12th to submit your application, and then you'll be notified in early June if you've been chosen to join the program, and then the program would start in September and run from September to April.
Okay, great. And is there a fee for being part of these leadership programs?
Yes, there is a relatively affordable fee. We want to make sure that the price is reasonable for people who are retirees, and so information on the fee can be found on the website, as well as financial aid, which we do offer, so people can always apply for financial aid.
Wonderful. Anything else we should know about before we wrap up here? Anything major coming up?
Well, we have lots going on. We have our celebration of leadership coming up at the in the spring, and that is our graduation ceremony. We've just launched a whole new series of race equity workshops, which Leadership Montgomery is really proud of. We also have our Corporate Volunteer Council, which connects businesses with community engagement opportunities for their employees. So Leadership Montgomery is really growing and thriving, and a lot going on.
That's great. Well, Ellie, I think we could have you here all day to learn more, but thank you so much for coming in today and telling us about your senior leadership program.
Thanks, Amy.
When we come back, we'll learn about an excellent and accessible music program for seniors. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Encore Creativity is the nation's largest and fastest growing choral organization for adults over the age of 55. Joining me today are Sara Lovinger, a singer with Encore Chorale, and Jeff Dokken, conductor for Encore Chorales and Encore Rocks. Welcome to you both. I'm so excited to have you talk about singing today.
Thanks, Amy.
So first of all, it looks like Encore Chorale is growing all over the country, but tell me where you're located in Montgomery County.
We're located at the Schweinhout Recreation Center right near Holy Cross Hospital.
In Silver Spring.
In Silver Spring,
Great.
right.
And that's the one location.
That's the one location
Terrific.
for our county.
And it sounds like, Sara, you've been doing this for quite some time.
I started with Encore Creativity 11 years ago when Jean started it at the Smithsonian Center, but I'm super happy to be in Montgomery County.
Wow, convenient.
Yeah.
That's great. And Jeff, tell me about your role as conductor.
Yeah, sure. So I actually was, I guess, I don't know, somebody will correct me. I think I was the third employee of Encore. So started out, it was just Jean Kelly, who was the founder of Encore Creativity. And then we had one other conductor and then myself. And so we conducted all of the chorales. And now we're up to having like 15, 16 conductors. So I am a conductor of several of the regular chorales, and then I'm actually the director of the Encore Rocks program, which is just like the Encore chorales, but it's all choral arrangements of rock and roll music.
Fabulous.
Yeah, so I'm lucky I get to pick all the music for that and conduct the band and the choirs and stuff for that.
Give me an idea of what the latest repertoire for Encore Rocks would be.
Well, yeah, like we were talking about off screen, it's a cool experience for me because rock and roll music means something very different for somebody who's 85 versus somebody who's 55. So, you know, we do everything from the early 1950s all the way up to today, which is also really cool because a lot of stuff I'm picking from the 90s and 2000s, some of the singers are less familiar with, but they end up just falling in love with it. Yeah. And most recently, everybody's favorite was we did a whole Queen medley, and a lot of the people were not familiar with Queen, and then a lot of the younger ones certainly were, and everybody kind of came together around it, and they absolutely loved it.
That's great. It's perfect for choral music.
Yeah, totally.
It really lends itself
Yeah, it really does.
That's great. So, Sara, what brought you to singing 11 years ago?
I have always needed a chorus. I don't read music, but in my 20s, when I was still living in New York, I found a group to join, and I have been everywhere I have lived. I have found a group that would take someone who doesn't need to audition.
Well, if I can jump in on that, that's one of the main tenets of Encore is that it's non-auditioned, but we have extremely high expectations of professionalism from within the organization. So you don't have to read music, and you don't have to audition. You don't have to stand if you don't want to. You can rehearse and perform seated. But one of the whole organization is structured around the benefits, both health benefits and social benefits and musical benefits of older adults getting to sing under professional conductors. So all of our conductors make their living being conductors, and we sing in world-class venues. We're at the Kennedy Center. We travel all over the place to Europe and to the Caribbean and Canada and all over. And so even people like Sara said, she doesn't read music. We go through the process and keep raising the bar of expectations. And so the singers come along with us, and the product is amazing. At one of our concerts, you don't feel like you're hearing a group of old people singing. It just sounds like a wonderful choir because we really work them hard, and they want to raise their level of musicianship to match the expectations that we have.
Wow.
Do you feel that way?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I find that sometimes there's music that I don't think I'm going to like, and after a while I fall in love with a new piece of music.
Isn't that great?
And it's wonderful for
fun.
that to happen.
So if people are interested in learning more about Encore Chorale, where do they go?
Yeah, so then just go to encorecreativity.org. That's where all of our information is. And our offices are right here in Maryland. They're in the old Churchton area out there. So all the information is on the website. And also we do free concerts. Another one of the main things about the organization. All of our concerts are free and open to the public. And we do one right here in Silver Spring at the Cultural Arts Center, big, beautiful venue right there. So you can just look out in the newspapers and online for all that information.
You know, they say so much about music and everything from brain health to better sleep and improved emotional states. Do you find that's true for yourself when you sing?
I have known that at a very significant level in my life, that making music together is just a beautiful experience all around. And listening to other people and how the sopranos are bringing out a particular part of the music, it's really a wonderful, deeply satisfying experience.
I would imagine, and probably some good friendships have come out of this.
I've brought
as
a lot
well.
of friends into the group as
Oh,
well.
terrific.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, so it's a great place to keep your friends
Yeah.
engaged, but
Right.
to make new ones. What about I heard you have summer camps?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 different summer camps now. We have one at Washington College.
Right.
We have one up at the Chautauqua Institute in New York. And our newest offering that just started last year in Annapolis is our Encore Rocks camp. And I mean, it truly is like sleepaway camp. Jean always likes to say that you can send your parents away to camp. So it's just we eat, sleep, and breathe choral music. So you wake up in the morning and do some yoga, go to rehearsal. You have lunch, you go to rehearsal. And then we have evening performances, and we bring in guest artists in the evening for performances. And I can honestly tell you, I look forward to them every year. It is so much fun.
Wow.
And that's the main thing for me that I've taken out of my association with the organization. It's completely changed my opinion of aging.
Right.
Because as somebody, I'm still in my early 30s. So now I spend the vast majority of my life now with people over the age of 55. And it's been fascinating to just like reassess my expectations of what older adults are and are able to do and the sounds they're able to produce vocally. I no longer, am worried about getting old. It's been awesome to watch. It's such a rewarding experience.
That's great.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like that's the answer to the question, what keeps you doing this as you feel really engaged with this community?
Absolutely. Well, and it's such a high level of musicianship. I always say it's not a charity case at all, and we're not just handing them song sheets and being like, here, we're all going to sing in unison. It's all in 4, 6, 8-part harmonies, and so it is a musically rewarding experience for me as well.
That's great. Well, I think you're going to get a lot of people interested in joining you, and you have, over 100 plus people singing at any one time?
At one time, yes. And there's 1,400 singers in the area.
Wow.
And we get together for big concerts.
That's great. Well, thank you both so much for coming today, and we look forward to hearing you sing for many years to come. So thank you very much for coming to Seniors Today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you for having us.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Please don't forget that you can access this show and a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Be prepared. Storing water is smart, especially during the winter months.
WSSC averages 1,800 water main breaks a year.
So with all the other emergency preparation, remember the water.
Here's what you should have on hand. 1 to 2 gallons of safe tap or bottled water per person per day. Store enough to last each person at least 3 days. And don't forget the pets.
Check out WSSCwater.com/winterize for more tips.
WSSC, where water matters.
Starting today, you can be active and treat yourself to a wide array of great activities offered by Montgomery County Recreation. With 4 indoor aquatic facilities and 20 community rec centers that offer exercise and weight rooms, you'll find everything you want from sports and fitness to senior activities, from cooking to dancing, classes, trips, and tours. Yes, starting today, you can work toward a healthier lifestyle. Learn a new skill, relax a little, or just meet new people. Visit our website to see all the exciting programs, activities, and classes available to you. And
Get there faster. Ride On has a new Route 129 limited stop service running along US 29 corridor. There are convenient park and ride lots along the route where parking is free, getting cars off the road, reducing congestion, which can decrease commute time. Visit rideonbus.com to stay up to the minute with schedules, updates, or delays. The Route 129 limited stop service runs in both directions along US Route 29, just 15 stops from the Burtonsville Park and Ride to the Paul Sarbanes Silver Spring Transit Center with our regular fare of $2. Ride On. Get there faster.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?